Hi there, this is going to be a general, intimate tarot reading. I would prefer to use a different word. I'm in my vocabulary, as you guys know, the way I speak if you follow me, intimate's not a particular word I usually use. But, you know, we have to be a little bit softer on YouTube. I can't be titling my shit what I really want to title it. I mean, anyways, this is a disclaimer that we will be using the Sexual Magic Tarot deck, which does contain sexual images such as nipples and sexual positions, and we will be speaking about that while channeling important love messages and career messages and things of that sort. So the point here is, if you are uncomfortable with sexual things, or if you are a child, please click the fuck off now. Thank you. Now for everybody else, go get your fucking snacks, okay? Go get your Cheez-Its, the extra toasty. Go get your crunchy Cheetos. Pretty soon I'm gonna need to get royalties for those two things because people see me eat them on my lives on Instagram, xi_missy_xi, and then it makes them hungry for it, and then they run out and they buy it. So, you know, Cheez-Its and fucking Cheetos. Where my check at? All right, guys, remember, this is general. This is not going to resonate with every person, okay? Take it as it resonates. Let me just settle my energy for a bit. As soon as I said that, my right ear started ringing. Just now. Ay, 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 ay. They've been waiting, too. They've been like, hurry up, Missy, hurry up, Missy. I've been like, oh, wait. First card, Queen of Wands. You're being watched, and you know it. Some of you know it. Some of you do not. You're being watched because you are wanted. Some of you are also, people are fantasizing over you. See in this card how she's taking off her boot and she's doing it very sensually, and this dude's watching. So some of you, again, it's you could know that you're being watched, and some of you may not, but this is, they're fantasizing, so they're probably masturbating thinking about you. It's probably what they're doing, honey. They'd be dragging off, or, you know, rubbing one out, or whatever, however you want to put it, thinking about you. Now this would lead one to believe that this couple hasn't quite gotten together yet, or they are in separation of some sort, because to me it doesn't feel like they are together. Or whatever. Sorry. Energy is fluid, so it's anything. Any situation, any sexual situation, anything, okay? Keep an open mind. It's anything. It's however it resonates with you. This could be anything. This could be, no, they're definitely watching you and fantasizing. I was going to say something else, but they're like, no, they're watching you. So maybe this is like, they're watching you on Instagram, they're watching you possibly on TV or YouTube. I mean, or even if they're not watching you because they don't have access to watch you, let's say they're replaying a memory that they have. Like let's say you've met a random person at like the grocery store, and then like that image in their head is what they're replaying. Or it's a coworker and you guys haven't quite gotten together yet, and they haven't really made their feelings known. Do you see what I'm saying? It's where it's not, you're not in a relationship. And if you guys used to be in a relationship, you are not any longer, and this person is fantasizing about those times or something, okay? All right. She's very sexual. I know, I want to move on, but they're not letting me. The feminine, whether that's a male or female now, okay, it's just the feminine energy, is very, very sexual, or there's something sexual about the person. They're very curvy or voluptuous, or they dress sexy, or they smell good. Oh, it could be all of the above. It has this, they have this energy of sexy, voluptuous, wanted, they ain't ugly. Do you see what I'm saying? This is not an ugly person. I don't know how else to put it. I just gotta put it how I put it. They ain't fucking ugly. They're physically easy on the eyes. Let's move on. We have here the Nine of Wands. Now the Nine of Wands could be a card where somebody's guarded. And as you can see, she's sitting on his lap and he looks a little gray, honey. He looks a little bit not lively, okay? And it's as if she's trying to talk to him. She's talking life into him. She's breathing life into him. Now this could be very symbolic of one or the other person, whether it's the male or the female or the masculine or feminine, okay? One person is higher in vibration a little bit, or it's not only vibration, because you guys are a very close match in vibration. You guys have to be, because like attracts like, but it's this thing about one's more guarded. It's not, oh God, how can I explain it? One is more open to a relationship and the other is not. There we go. Jesus, sometimes I swear. You guys gotta help me out here when I'm channeling, dudes. Okay. Because sometimes they give me 10 messages at once, and then here I am trying to decipher everything. Just give it to me as it is. Okay, so the Nine of Wands. One person is more open to having a committed relationship, emotional, and one person is not. Because one person feels very, very much so that it could just possibly be physical with this Knight of Wands energy right here. And the Knight of Wands is normally this card about really fast, quick, you know, energy. It can also be seen as, you know, purely sexual. And this is exactly what I feel. I feel like for some of them, they cannot understand, or they're not sure if this is just I'm physically attracted to them or this is like the one, okay? They cannot tell, because I feel like for a lot of them, they've never felt this before, and so they don't know how to interpret it. Is this just physical? Like, they don't know. It's so overwhelming for them. Then they have extremely hard orgasms too when thinking of you. Like mind-blowing, like rocking their fucking world, like that's never ever happened before, ever. It's almost as if you're actually there with them when this is occurring, okay? And like they can actually feel you. Like they can actually feel the grip around their things, you know, or they can actually feel you on them and touching them and caressing them and kissing them, whatever. It's beyond anything they've ever experienced. And I think that's where they go, I don't know what this is. Does this just mean it's physical? Is this love? I'm not sure. What the fuck is this? So they're trying to figure out, oh boy. So, oh wow. 6 of Wands, 4 of Wands, and 6 of Swords. Yeah. Okay. So the 6 of Wands here, wanting to reach out and touch you. She's on display. And as I had felt earlier with the Queen of Wands, they're watching, or if they've seen you only once and they remember you, you made such a memorable impression on them that they're thinking of you. They're trying to figure out how to reach out. How do I get in touch? If they work with you, it's this, how do I say this? How do I ask them? What do I do? I don't know. Is it just sexual? Is it just an attraction? I don't know. I'm not sure. But they want to reach out and grab you, and they want to reach out and just devour you and own you, honey. They want to reach out and do something. Look at that. The 4 of Wands, honey. 2 becoming 1. 4 of Wands is 1111. It's, you know, this card of union, 2 becoming 1, fusing together. Could be a card of marriage and union, but this is 2 people that are absolutely just going to come together, and it's like the perfect fit. We're talking, this is sexual, meaning if you go in, it's a perfect fit. It doesn't feel awkward, it doesn't feel weird. Have you guys ever had that? I know this is going to be TMI, but have you ever had that when you're having, you know, this moment, whatever, and it's a perfect fit? It just feels, everything about it, the way they hold you, the way you're on top, the way you're on the bottom, the way it slides in, the way it slides out, everything about it's like the perfect fit. That's what this feels like to me. It feels like 2 becoming 1, fusing together. coming into union, partnership, but also it's this, and this is the first time when you guys do it, okay? It's like better than the fantasy, which is usually rare, right? Because a lot of times the fantasy is so, but it's going to be better in real life than in the fantasy. Six of Swords. Balance. You guys just balance each other out. But this is grounding. Grounding each other. I have to tell you something also. Six of Wands, public display. Six of Swords, they're outside, right? On the grass, grounding. Four of Wands, they're outside again. This is something where if the two of you get into a partnership, it's this feeling of like, I cannot wait to show you off. They can't. I mean, that's not a bad thing. I mean, you best want to show me off. I want to show you off. You know, it's that kind of energy. They can't wait to show you off. They can't wait to scream it from the rooftops. That's my bitch. That's my boo. That's my Bonnie. That's my Clyde. They cannot wait. They want to tell the world, is my point. They want to put you on public display. Their minds. They're very, very proud of you. It's this energy of, I want to put you on display. I'm so, and not in an egotistical way for them, but in this way of like, this is mine. This is my boo. I'm so proud of you. Every little thing you do too, they'll be like, oh, like let's say you sneeze, they'll be all, look, my baby sneeze. They're just in awe, literally in awe. Six of Swords too is grounding, right? As I said, you know, they're banging on the grass, and you know they call that grounding, right? When you walk barefoot on the dirt or grass or sand or whatever, earthing, right? They call it earthing. Well, her butt cheeks is earthing for sure. The buttocks. But what it is that they ground each other is what I feel, and it's this very like. Because it's so earthy, yeah? Like when you guys fuck, it's going to be very raw and very, something's earthy about it. Now, I don't know if that means you going to be face down, ass up on the dirt. I don't know if that's what that means. Probably not. But it's this rawness to it. And I just don't know what that means, you know? We, of course, want to practice safe sex. So I'm not saying go raw in the shit. That's not what it is. You guys are adults, right? We need to use discernment here. But something about this sex is raw. Maybe it's because it's primal and it's very like, I feel it's going to be a lot of hair pulling and biting and scratching and clawing and screaming. Oh, honey, that's my shit right there. I can't be with no mouse. I can't be with a motherfucking mute. And nor can I be with a person that's going to feel like that's awkward for a person to be, you know, sexually free. Like, this is primal. It's very... And they want to do it everywhere too. I just had a flash in my head in the car, and it's like in a parking lot, but then of course it's, the windows are tinted. I can feel it. It's tinted windows, but then because the two of you guys are so loud when you guys are intimate, and it's, you know, a parking lot and shit, it's this thing about shut up, babe, stop, quiet, holding the mouth like this close. Very like, can't get enough of each other, and it's so primal. It's like when you guys do, it's letting everything go. It's whew. Temperance. This is alchemy. This is balance. This is patience. The Thursday reading I just did, I believe we had temperance. We've been getting temperance a bit. Two things coming together. It's just fusing again. The Four of Wands, two people coming together on the swing, right? Two become one. This is the same thing here. It's taking two extremes, and we're tempering it just right. And everything, the circumstances are just right now. And I feel like the masculine energy, either number one, felt in the beginning, because it was so much passion and so much that he felt, he didn't know from the get-go maybe that it could have been a relationship, although something in him screamed, it's the one, it's the one, it's the one. But men are not as emotional as women, right? The masculines are not. Feminines kind of get a better idea of understanding of like, oh, I feel like it's emotional, oh, but then yes, it's physical, and all these things. Because masculines aren't familiar with that as much, they sort of had to kind of it just took them a bit of time to understand their emotions, because this Temperance card is cups. It's emotions, right? And for them, it was like they had to understand, what am I feeling? And then, but don't get me wrong, honey, for the masculine, the second they looked at you, they knew it was you. Don't get me wrong. But they didn't know what that meant. What does that mean it's you? You know, men just, masculines, they don't know. I just have to keep saying this. Two become one. Two become one. And it's like the perfect balance. Remember I said earlier the perfect fit? Like this. The perfect temperature. The perfect balance. It's as if, like, remember with Goldilocks and the three bears? It was like not too hot. You know, it's just right. That's what this feels like. It's just right. And it's almost the same kind of an energy that I felt and channeled in the Thursday daily reading, where I titled it, It's You, because that's what it was about. So this is in connection to it. It's just right. Ah. The red string of fate, the hand fasting, and it goes again back to the reading that I did. This also, excuse me, goes back to the energy and the messages I was channeling from last year. The red string of fate, this hand fasting, the vow, this promise, I promise to find you again. And it's almost as if it's unbreakable, the bond too. Judgment is a resurrection of something. Judgment is a final decision. But in this case, it's this resurrection where I felt during the ending of January of this year, during that blood wolf moon, that there would be this activation, and it was very high priesty energy for me. And that's why I didn't do any rituals during that lunar eclipse, because I felt like they were telling me to back off and let us handle this. And what was being handled was this reactivation of, for those that did it, this reactivation of these old souls coming back together. And it was X marks the spot, you know, 2 X's in this picture here, right? People have all these ideas of what it is. People write to me and they go, oh, hello, it's the female, it's double X. And it's like, no, it's not what I'm channeling. What I'm channeling is X marks the spot. It's almost as if when the internal compass gets activated, just like on a treasure map, right? Like, you know, back in the day, the pirates and shit, we had treasure maps. Like X marks the spot where the treasure is. It's like you each have an X and you're the treasure map. And it's like, oh my God, that one right there. Something internally, because it's the pull. It's the red string of fate. It's the binding of these 2 souls, you know? That's how come when you guys get together, it feels like it's the perfect fit, because you guys are just perfect for each other, because it's the one. And I feel like it's always been the one in many, many lifetimes, although you guys had a lot of shit to work through and a lot of lessons and things, because that's what you are here for, right? That's why you incarnate in the physical. It's not for vacations, it's for soul acceleration. And especially in this particular life, these people will be coming together because they have a mission together, which would be humanitarian work, it would be philanthropy. And something tells me already these people do that for a living, or if they don't do it for a living, they have foundations or they donate and shit already. Okay, so either number 1, you are a humanitarian philanthropist as a profession, or number 2, that's what you do on the side as far as, you know, helping to save the world. You guys are going to help save the world together is the point. The 8 of Swords. Ooh. Ooh. 8 of... Oh. It's like he's restraining. I want you to see you see in the background over there near like that doorway, it almost looks like some kind of weird, creepy person. Or it could be like, I don't know if this is like a creature or just like a person creeping in the background, right? But it's almost as if this person, mental entrapment, 8 of Swords, they cannot stop thinking about you. Remember we talked about that here, where it was like this constant watching or thinking about your, you know, whatever it is, whatever, dragging off, whatever. 8 of Swords, mental entrapment. This is how, when it comes to be that you guys actually get together, and this is either coming back together after a long period of time of not being physical, or first time you guys meet and then are physical. It's this point of the masculine is going, oh fuck, because I think they know that once it's done, like once it goes in, they're fucked. in the sense of I'm done, I'm hooked, and whatever. Look at how his hand is gripping. He's gripping the bed as if he's like holding himself back, like he's trying to gain control. Like it's this energy of like, oh my god, fuck. He's trying to hold back. This is like willpower, because I think that he knows he sticks it in, he is fucking done, and he's going to stick it in though. I can assure you of that. But it's this initial, oh fuck, like, I just want to, but I'm scared, because I feel like if I do, you own me after that. It's like you own me after that. The High Priestess, and I talked about that earlier. The High Priestess is something secretive. She's the keeper of the secrets. The High Priestess is very calm, cool, calm, and collected, because she knows that what's for her is always for her. Now, do you see that in one hand she's holding 2 keys here? The perfect fit. Remember I said that? And with a lock and a key, how does that work? The perfect fit, the perfect key, right? There's only one key that can open this lock, unless they're duplicates, but we're not talking about the dupes. We're talking about one key to one lock. It's the perfect fit. The High Priestess is holding it, meaning, as I told you guys earlier, and this is why they made me bring it up, is because I felt that during that lunar eclipse in January, that the High Priestess was doing her thing. She was doing her thing. She has the keys. She was activating whatever she was activating in the 5D. Everything was just kind of is coming together. The keeper of the secrets is revealing things now. She's revealing it because now the time is right. These 2 people are each other's key, the perfect fit. Hold on. I was holding the deck upside down. Sorry guys, hold on. I wasn't feeling it. I thought something was odd about it. Okay. You have here, no bullshit, the 10 of Swords came out in reverse. And I'm not holding the deck upside down. I actually flipped it the other way. You see how there's no accidents? 10 of Swords upright is betrayal. That upright, right, is not good. In reverse, it tells us that that's over. All of this bullshit and fuckery and betrayal, or whatever it was that she was dealing with from the past and he was dealing with from the past, it's over now. These 2 people have found safe haven in each other, is what I just heard. You are my calm in the storm. You are my fucking peace. It's you. Oh, I got the chills. I got the fucking chills. The High Priestess she's just waiting for the right time to reveal things. And she's revealing things in the sleep, in the... Hold on. Hold on, guys. A lot of these cards are in reverse. And I don't read reversals unless they accidentally come out. What did I do? Give me a second. Oh, it was only that one bunch. Okay. Anyways. Sorry, I have to feel the cards. That's why you guys know that's how my intuition works. And it just felt off. And there was like a few of them that just didn't feel right. Okay. Whew. You have the 3 of Chalices and the 10 of Pentacles. And then you have Strength that landed here. So Strength could be Leo energy, but she has tamed the beast. Beauty and the Beast, like Belle. Belle was the one. This is true love. No matter what the outside looks like. That's why for some of you, it is this whole, they're not my usual type and expectation, because they're not. And I think what has a lot to do with it is if it's not that they're going to be ugly. Remember, they're easy on the eyes. They're very attractive. But it's just, let's say you meet a man and he goes, I've always dated bitches with blonde hair. They've been, you know, white and they've had blonde hair. Then he meets you and you are maybe ethnic and you are tanned with dark black hair. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like his usual type is not what you are, and vice versa. Let's say you date a particular kind of person, whether it's the ethnicity, religion, age bracket, you know, or height even too for women, you know. And they're not going to be what you would typically go for, but they're absolutely gorgeous to you. It's not like, oh my god, like I gotta force myself to kiss him, force myself to look at her. It's not like that. Like, this is magic. It's a hand fasting two people that have been magnetically bound together by, you know, it's protected. I was gonna say something else and they cut me off and they said it's protected by magic. It's protected. It's protected. It's protected. Saw the lighting change. The sun outside went behind a cloud just for dramatic effect. And then look, it just got bright again. Dun, dun, dun. The Three of Chalices, Three of Cups, celebrations. He's sinking his teeth into her and he's sinking his hands elsewhere too. She is opening up to him and he is taking full advantage of that. This couple is going to be celebrating a lot of milestones. They're going to be celebrating businesses together. They're going to be celebrating a lot of charity work, foundations, but they're also celebrating and exploring each other. There could be births of children. There could be, you know, celebrations of adoption. This is marriage celebration. Okay. Now, the point of the matter here though is that she is completely giving herself to him and he is eating her for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snacking on her and eating her for dessert. 10 of Pentacles is the committed relationship. It's having it all. It's financial abundance and success. It's luxury, right? Because this is coins, it's pentacles. So they will be giving you an extremely lavish, luxurious lifestyle. See how she's just laying there? She's got fruit on top of her. She's feeding him fruit. She is what looks to be on top of like this very lush, almost like a reddish colored couch. It just feels very much so like luxury, very regal. She is going to be given an extremely lavish lifestyle. So something tell me though she not broke already, okay? Because like attracts like. I feel like these are two very high powered people, but either number one, the masculine has more money technically, or number two, when the two of them come together, their money just boom. You see what I'm saying? Because this is people living in luxury, pure luxury. She can have it all. Money is no object. You want that car, you got that car. You want that house, you got that house. It's that type of an energy. So, but they want to give it all to you, and also you have it all. It's part of having it all, and it's a very long-term committed relationship because pentacles are years. I mean, I don't know what to say except ooh la la, ooh la la, ooh la la la. Shit, hold on. These cards fell on the ground earlier and I'm not feeling them because they didn't even call out to me until I just seen them on the ground now. All right, I want to get a couple more out and then we're going to call this a day. I want to remind you guys that I only have a few of my bloom bracelets left, made of the crystal labradorite. Okay, this is the third. What the hell? This is the third and final batch. This batch will be mailed out the ending of this month, April. If you want to book a reading with me, click on the box below. All of my information is there. Send me an email and I will invoice you. All right, guys. Maybe nothing? Nope. As soon as I said that. You have the World, Five of Swords, and King of Swords. Somebody's Saturnian lesson here was to open themselves up. In the past, they may have been, and they could have been an air sign, or you're the air sign with the King of Swords, right? King of Swords is emotionally detached. They are very decisive. They know what they want. They're very precise. They're very sure. They make very big decisions. This is probably somebody that is very high-powered or something of the sort, very authoritative, because they have that feeling to it, okay? But the Five of Swords energy is almost like I'm taking advantage. And back in the past, I just used to smash chicks and I could stay emotionally detached. You see what I'm saying? But then he meets you, and that's how come, remember I said here, he's afraid to stick it in because he knows he's going to be fucked. This is why, because it feels different. And in the past, when he stuck it in, he was totally fine and didn't even blink or think twice. See how the messages are just continuous and it just all ties into each other. The world learned a huge Saturnian lesson. What he learned is that, oh shit. I can love, and it is okay for me to give to a person. I feel like in the past they may have given to somebody and been burnt or fucked over. I don't know how. She could have cheated. Maybe she was a skank. I'm not sure. Took his money. I don't know what had happened in the past. But it feels like he fucked up too. But also he's been with fucked up women. And it's almost as if he had said, I'm okay living the rest of my life with just not emotionally fulfilling relationships. And even if he's had long-term committed relationships, they've not been emotionally fulfilling. That was his lesson, was to go, I do deserve love and I do want love. And then, you know, you have all of this energy that comes into him and he doesn't know how to deal. And his lesson was to open up and be vulnerable. It's like the Beast. But you know, in the Beast, Beauty and the Beast, he was really mean and shit because that was just his way of blocking everyone out, right? That was his defense mechanism. But he truly did fall in love with Belle at first sight. And I feel like it's the same thing here, even though he was a little more closed off. And this could be vice versa. Remember, it's general now. It could be the feminine that was closed off. Take it as it resonates. Everybody's going to be a little different. But it's as if, put it this way, whoever was closed off in the beginning to feeling emotionally, it wasn't because they needed time to love you and they needed time to know if I loved you. No, they felt it from the second that they saw you. But it was part of their Saturnian lesson. A huge lesson for them. It was a huge karmic lesson. Everything's going to come full circle though. So for some of you, if someone's coming back, right, with this hand fasting, and it doesn't necessarily mean it only has to be someone from this lifetime, because this person coming back could be someone that you've never met in this life because they're all past lives and you just haven't met them yet. And for some, it could be somebody coming back from your past that this involves. Not everybody that comes back from our past is the one that we're channeling. And as I remind you guys always, it's the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s. If somebody comes in that number 1 we ain't feeling, then it's a no, automatic. We don't get up upside ourselves. It's an automatic no. If they are giving crumbs, it's another automatic no. These are the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s, okay? So those things don't even need to be discussed. But Missy, what if? But oh, they was offering this. That we don't discuss things such as that because that is the automatics, right? The basics. We don't accept crumbs and shit. So when we talk about this kind of shit, we would automatically already assume, unless stated, that this would be high vibrational. Okay? So it looks to me like this is going to be... Well, you guys are the perfect fit for each other. So take that as that resonates. All right, I want to go ahead. I know I'm pushing 33 minutes. I want to go ahead and get a couple of Romance Angels cards out. If you follow me on Instagram, xi_missy_xi. Last night when I was on live, I could feel it in the cards that it was a reconciliation. And then the reconciliation card came out. So reconciliation for sure, just like with the hand fasting, the judgment card. It's this resurrection of it. Whether it's past life or this life, whoever this old soul is, it's coming back in. 2 old souls reconciling. And it reminds me of the Gemini reading that I did. And I should have realized that that Gemini reading could have been also for everybody, that it's just relevant and things could start popping off in Gemini season. You know, I don't know why. I every time I do the zodiac sign readings, I realize it later, like the Pisces one and, you know, like the Aquarius one. And I always go, shit, that's not just for the zodiac sign. That's also just general for everybody in that season. So I think that a lot of things are going to be popping off during Gemini season. I mean, Gemini is the Lover's card in the tarot deck, right? So... playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. It reminds me of them being on the swing. The 4 of Wands energy, yes. Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. If I had to guesstimate, if you guys have not met yet, I'd say couple weeks to couple months at the max. And that's for this group I'm channeling for. Is there going to be another group that will be getting together throughout the rest of the time period? Yes. But this right here would be soon. Very soon. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And that's what's going to have to happen. Because I feel like the masculine don't know what the fuck to do about it. They don't know what it's about, and they're gonna have to have some kind of conversation. You have to make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Now, what I get from this is that you guys are being guided together. It's very much so about universal intervention and spiritual intervention. Two, they're trying to put you together, cross your paths. And then you have you deserve love. You are lovable. With Cupid's arrow. Cupid's arrow strikes because what? They're aiming at the X. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I shall see you guys soon, okay? Love you.